Today we're diving into all 70 plus WWE Elite action figures that were shown at WWE World, man. We're going to be breaking all of them down. Of course, we did do an actual in-person walkthrough in the booth, but now that I am home, I can sit down, I can analyze the photos, I can give you more details about everything that I witnessed, everything that I got to see out there in Las Vegas, and we're going to break it down, man. We have all of the Elites, man, a lot of stuff to cover, and we're going to get into it. But before we get into it, I want to know, this is a question that I've had in my brain, I want to know right now down in the comment section below, if you will, please just answer this question for me. To me, it seemed like this was not as much as we usually get, or it seemed a little bit underwhelming in terms of the reveals, or that just, I think it was the lack of renders maybe that kind of took away from the reveals. I want to know down below if you guys agree with that or where you stand on that. Do you think it was a fine reveal? Of course, we still got a lot. Of course, like I said, we're breaking down 70 Elites. It just seemed like something was missing this year, and I want to know if maybe that was in my head or maybe it was because I was there in person or what the case was. You could let me know, man. But today, we're diving into all 70 plus Elites, man. So let's buckle the hell up and get into it and start off with WWE Elite Series 126 Red Penta. Now, this is a figure we've known about, but we finally got the official gallery of this wave. This is a wave we've waited a very long time on. You know, we got to see these back at Toy Fair, but we finally have official images. And this is a repaint of the Defining Moments Penta. Now, say what you will, you know, they're going to probably remake this figure over and over. You know, I imagine this figure is going to have the interchangeable mouths so you can make different fix-ups. I'm sure more Penta basics are coming down the line from Mattel, and we can, you know, switch those head sculpts out, maybe make some fix-up attires, but this red gear is very sweet. I think it looks really great. I think that the black and white one compared to this one in terms of Defining Moments versus Elite 126, going to be a fair pairing. This one does not come with the Seto Miedo hands, which is something that's been an ongoing topic, but this figure just looks fantastic, and it's a repaint of possibly the best WWE Elite action figure of 2026. So what do you want? I mean, it's just fantastic, man. We love to see it. Let's move on. We already saw this, but it is damn good. Had to start off with Elite 126. I wanted to start off with the main Elite line, but let's get into Roman Reigns, man. This is a very confusing figure for me. I think that they kind of adjusted some things that didn't need to be adjusted. I don't know why they changed the gauntlet size. Now, they did change the gauntlet size on this Roman back in Elite Series 123, but I don't know why they did that. It just seemed like something that was completely unnecessary. I thought his gauntlet size has always been fine. That's not something that we've ever really... I've never seen one person complain about the gauntlet size. I do like the way they look, though. They are clean with the white. This is his WrestleMania 41 gear. You get the white boots. Not completely accurate. They did have to use the Ultimate boots, which is what they have. You know, maybe we can customize it, fix this guy up, you know, do some different things. I also hate this head sculpt, which we've touched on. We already knew that, and it's missing the Superman logo or the Superman punch logo on his leg, which is another crazy thing. I don't know, man. This figure is a miss. I think that I'm going to get it so I can fix him up. I'm going to buy the basic, fix the gauntlets. We're going to do some different stuff here to make this figure much better. But, man, I am excited for this figure because it's the Tribal Chief. You guys know I love Roman Reigns, but man, I don't know. It still looks good. It's going to be fine. It's just there are some things here that are kind of questionable. I don't know why we'd use this old head sculpt, but let's move on to Big Jim here, man. Big Jim is not looking very good, man. This head sculpt is not very good. It is not very good, man. This looks nothing like Jimmy. I think the face shape is wrong. I mean, if you look at the mint on card package and look at him in the face and then look at the figure, looks nothing like him. I don't like this head sculpt whatsoever. I think from the neck down, though, you do have a really good Jimmy. I like the jersey. I like the joggers. There's some really fun things going on with this figure that I do like. I think that, you know, from the neck down, it looks really, really good. It's just a missing head sculpt. Now, thank goodness we do have some good Jimmy head sculpts we can replace it with. But, man, Jimmy just doesn't have a great track record when it comes to WWE action figures from Mattel. He has had multiple mishaps when it comes to head sculpts in Mattel figure form. It's actually hilarious. You could make a whole video on the lore of that. So, Jimmy Uso is getting a new figure in Elite 126, and I don't like it that much. We'll have to see when we get it in hand, but that takes us into El Grande Americano. Very good-looking figure. I love the mask. This is one we've been waiting on. I'm hoping that he poses well. Surely he will. I like the gear. This is his WrestleMania 41 gear versus Rey Fenix. I like this gear. I like this figure. I think he's going to be fine, and I'm looking forward to this one. I do think they could have probably given him bigger shoulders and arms, but I'm not going to be upset about it. I think it still looks really good. You got some tassels on here, bright attire. Very cool figure. Looking forward to finally getting this one in hand. And we also have the Javon Evans. Javon Evans, man, I don't dislike this figure. I don't think it's perfect. You know, it is his first Elite. I think his legs are a bit big, to be honest with you. I think the formula is a bit crazy. The Kofi torso, Probably not the best of all time, but I don't mind it. You know, he is very lean and everything like that. He's not super jacked or something like that, but he is in great shape. But the legs are pretty big. Legs are pretty big on this guy. I don't hate the head sculpt, and I also, not my favorite gear that he's ever worn, but I'll take it for his first Elite. At least we're getting a Javon Evans in Elite figure form, and we will take what we can get out of this Javon Evans. But wanted to touch on Javon Evans. He is looking pretty good here for his first action figure from Mattel. And then we take it into the Roxanne Perez figure, man. A lot of people dunking on this Roxanne figure. Not my favorite, man. Not my favorite. I don't know what it is, man. Her head sculpts have not been spot on. I'm hoping we'll get some basics or main event figures, maybe a main event showdown pack or something that looks more like the character. I like the gear. I think the fishnets look good. The boot sculpt is really cool. Great jacket. It's just, when it comes to these women's figures, man, and I mean, definitely the men's too, but I mean, I feel like especially on the women's figures, if the head sculpt looks nothing like the talent, it just really just messes it up, man. It really messes it up, especially when you don't get that many. Like I stated in Jimmy Uso's case, okay, his head sculpt's not the best. The Roman Reigns isn't the best. We have a lot of options you could probably choose from and find the right head sculpt. On Roxanne, her first figure wasn't great in head sculpt. This one's not great in head sculpt. So what do? You're kind of stuck there. So, you know, you just got to make do with what you have, I guess. But I don't know. Not my favorite Roxanne. We'll see how it looks in hand. But we also got to look at Elite Series 127 now. Looking at Alexa Bliss, you know, this figure didn't really stand out in person. I think this is an older head sculpt. Maybe he has new hair. I can't remember off the top of the dome. Someone can let me know. But it does have the shirt on there, which is cool. I think we got to wait until we actually see what the gear looks like underneath. I'm sure I could probably find it if I try to match it up with this bottom that it comes with. But you know, it does have new kick pads. She's finally going to not have basic feet for the first time in the Elite line for her, which we do love to see. Solid looking Alexa. It just didn't pop off the shelf for me. And then we do have Nathan Frazier, and this one's kind of crazy, man. I love Nathan Frazier. I think this is a good-looking figure. I was not expecting a gold attire. Were you expecting a gold attire? Was not expecting a gold attire whatsoever, so that one kind of took me by surprise. But this Nathan Frazier does look like a really good figure. I'm interested to know what he looks like underneath there, what torso they used and stuff. I guess the Daniel Bryan torso wouldn't be the biggest deal. We'll see what torso they did choose. You know, we didn't get any renders or any loose photos of this, and we should have some better images moving forward, hopefully. But Nathan Frazier does look good. Gold attire, did not expect it. I do like the utilization of the Ricochet vest from Elite 111, which I do like. But yeah, I dig the Nathan Frazier figure. But we also have Sami Zayn, man. This Sami Zayn is a big woof. I do like that they're including the sculpted hand tape or wrist tape here, which is the first time we're getting that on a character outside of CM Punk, I'm pretty sure, in terms of this style hand tape and wrist tape. But he is going back to the tights here. They did finally get his boots right, so that's good. We do have the boots right. They finally lowered him back down to the standard size. He's never switched boots, though, so, you know, he used to have these kind of boots, and then they switched to the Macho Man mold, which made him too tall, and it was a weird thing, and then now they're going back to the standard boot mold. Not my favorite in terms of Sami Zayn. You know, it's an updated Sami Zayn. It's kind of plain Jane, but we'll see what it looks like and feels like. I feel like these legs are going to be very stiff, man, and we've seen this movie play out, so we'll see how it all unfolds when we get it in hand. But we do have a first look at JC Mateo as well in this line. Looks pretty good for the most part. You know, he does look a bit tall possibly, but I'm excited to get this figure in hand. He does have no face paint. Comes with an MFT shirt. You know, this is a guy that, you know, we've kind of waited forever on to get it in action figure form officially. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what it looks like. Kind of reminds me of Rhino a little bit, which, you know, his body kind of reminds you of that, man. Really big dude, really jacked. So I'm excited to see how he feels in hand. Hopefully he'll be very posable and, you know, everything will turn out. But it does look like the character, which is something that, you know, I like. I like that it looks like the character. He also got a basic figure. But we also wrap up Elite 127 with Bronson Reed. Now, one thing that's upsetting about the Elite 127 wave we can touch on after I get through this Bronson Reed is the John Cena, which I'll talk about. But no wrist tape on this guy. It's kind of an Elite equivalent of his Ultimate Edition, kind of. You are getting a table. I don't know exactly what all he's going to come with, you know. I don't know if this is it. You know, the Ultimate does come with a Shula Fala, the Tribal Thief shirt. This one only may come with a table, so that'll be something to monitor, but no wrist tape or anything. You know, it does look good. Bronson Reed bets a very high percentage in Elite figure form. This one looks like it's also going to be good, but no Elite 127 John Cena was very bothersome, man. No Elite 127 Cena shown off, which again, no renders or anything. I don't know. No Cenas. I don't think we got any Cenas, so I don't know. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys are thinking on Elite 127 John Cena and not getting that shown off, because we did get Elite 128, and we do have Seth Rollins here. Now, On this Seth Rollins, I am excited for this for a few different reasons. I do like the crutches. I like that he's coming with the Money in the Bank. I'm interested to know if they're going to just put the deco onto the briefcase. I'm guessing they will, or what the case is there. I do love that he's getting the Seth Rollins necklace, and I do like these sunglasses. This is the Elite 93 head sculpt, which I don't know if I'd like to see something new there. You know, they've been repeating the same head sculpts for Seth Rollins for a very long time now. It's been a while. We definitely need new Seth Rollins heads. I am hoping that at San Diego Comic-Con here in 3 or 4 months, we will finally get some new head sculpts for Seth Rollins, because it's been the same deal, man. We have not seen any new head sculpts for Seth Rollins in a very long time, but this Seth Rollins should be good. Again, no render, so we don't know what gear it is. I don't know what entirely this is going to be, but I'm excited for a new Seth Rollins. I love Seth Rollins, big Seth Rollins guy, and I think this should be cool. So I'm excited to see, you know, how this comes together. But I am excited to get the necklace, the sunglasses. This could be a pretty cool figure, as we know. But let's move on to the Ron Killings, man. Very cool figure. I do like this. I think that, you know, it is cool that they kind of have a 2-in-1 here. You get that kind of heel head sculpt, or the modern haircut versus the Awesome Truth head sculpt as well. I'm also interested to know what other accessories he's going to come with. What is the full story here on this R-Truth or Ron Killings? What are they going to do with it? We'll have to find out. But we do know that his 3-pack figure and his Elite 115 pose really, really well. So I'm excited to see how this one does as well. I'm sure that it'll pose the same way, and that makes me excited because both of those move really, really well. So we get that update in Ron Killings. And then we also have a look at Xavier Woods. Not a guy I expected to see here. Not a guy I expected to see in Elite Series 128. You know, it's been a minute since we've seen him. I think the last time we saw him was that King of the Ring figure. Was that Elite 97 or something like that, I think, off the top of the dome? I could be wrong there, but remember, it had the King of the Ring. He got the Chase variant. Pretty good figure overall. We're getting a new head sculpt here. It seems like Xavier always gets new head sculpts, so that's pretty cool. He's got the giant hat, which is kind of interesting. I can't believe they actually made that in figure form, so it's kind of a moment in time, but figure looks good, formula looks good. We'll wait and see what exact gear it is and how it all progresses. But it does look good. It looks like Xavier Woods, so we love to see that. And then we also have Jelly Roll, man, one of the all-stars of the week in terms of, you know, popularity, because everybody was kind of popping off on social media. You know, anytime you get a celebrity or, you know, somebody like this into the WWE action figure line, you know, it's going to make some waves. And this Jelly Roll figure looks like the character. You know, we have these legs going on. He's got the John Cena shoes. It does look like the character, man. I know this is kind of crazy to look at, and, you know, there's a lot of interesting things moving with this Jelly Roll, but it looks like the character. I mean, that's 90% of the battle. How's it going to feel in hand? That's a whole nother thing. I guess I wouldn't say 90% is how it looks. I think it's kind of a 50-50 thing when you ask me. I know a lot of people have different percentages, but how a figure moves and how it feels in hand is very important to me, so hopefully this one will live up to the way that it looks, because I think it looks like the character. I don't know what to say, man. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, man. Maybe this is the sleeper figure of the year. We'll find out in a few months here, but Jelly Roll was pretty good, man. He looks pretty good on paper. Good head sculpt. He's got the tattoos. I don't know. We'll see. But we also had a look at JC Jane. Now, we did know about this wave, but this figure looks really, really good. I like the boots. The head sculpt looks pretty good. She does have some new sculpts going on. You got those, you know, the lower part of her gear is sculpted onto the stomach, which looks a bit weird because the sculpt on the crotch piece and the upper legs is pretty flat, so I don't know how they're going to do that. It kind of looks weird how it goes from no sculpt into sculpt on the torso, so I don't know about that, but figure does look good on paper, at least in prototype form. And then we also have a look at Tala Tonga getting his first Elite here. And this looks pretty good, man. He's a jack dude. He's massive. Head sculpt looks pretty solid. You know, this does look to be new legs. I think these are brand new legs. He's got some new stuff going on. So, you know, we'll see these figures at Comic-Con, I'm sure. And maybe, I mean, this is Elite 128. Surely, oh, man. I don't know if we'll have an official gallery of this wave beforehand, but we may see these on display at Comic-Con. I guess we'll have to just monitor that. I mean, it's 3 or 4 months away, so maybe we'll have an official gallery. Maybe we won't. We'll have to monitor that, but that is Elite Series 128 right there that you just saw. Seth Rollins, Ron Killings, JC Jane. We had the Jelly Roll, Xavier Woods, and I think that is the full wave right there. So maybe I missed a figure, but regardless, let's move on to the next figure, which is going to be the Elite Greatest Hits Collector's Edition Team Bring It Rock. I was pretty disappointed in this, man. I don't know what gear it is. I don't know exactly, but I mean, I'm glad we're getting this shirt because I've been waiting on getting this shirt, but no jogging pants at least, man. I thought that maybe this would be, I mean, it makes sense that they would make it a 2-in-1 figure or just give him the shirt, which this is a really good figure, but this is going to shelf form, man. That original figure was really good, and it shelf formed like hell. This one is probably going to shelf form, man, if it's a collector's edition. The gold statue, I can't really speak for. This does have ultimate feet, though, which is kind of crazy. I'm interested to know exactly what gear this is, or if it's just a straight re-release of that WrestleMania 39 Elite from WrestleMania 18, but I am glad getting the shirt. I've been wanting the shirt, but it doesn't have the red details in it, and it doesn't have jogging pants. It just kind of seems like a meh release, and I love the original figure of this. That WrestleMania 39 Elite of The Rock in this look with this head sculpt is dang good. It's very good, very underrated, but man, I would have liked to seen some better, I don't know, just getting the jogging pants I think would have been a layup, but we also had a look at the Elite 125 Collector's Edition Rock. Some people have these in hand already. I have not, seen this in person. Once I do, I'll probably be purchasing it. But you kind of have that trophy Rock or that, sort of award trophy-style Collector's Edition Elite 125 Final Boss Rock that does come with some interchangeable head sculpts. That'll be interesting as it comes out, but haven't seen that yet. It does look good on display, though. It got that kind of just statue look. And then we also have a look at the Mattel Creations Drug-Free CM Punk, or the Doctor of Punkonomics. Very good-looking figure. Again, I've said it multiple times, but I think this is going to be one of those that people missed out on. If you didn't pre-order this, I think you're going to be upset because I think that it looks really good, man. It looks really good. You got the SmackDown mic, lots of interchangeable hands, newly sculpted lower legs and shorts here, the dry brushing, the details with the jersey, fun-looking head sculpt. Very fun figure overall. I know the jersey isn't 100% accurate because you can't put the Cubs logos on there and stuff, but even the Jays look good. This is a very cool figure. Moment in time. Definitely skippable. It's not like you need it, but it's going to look really good when it's executed, so I think that's what's going to make it stand out. But I like the way that this drug-free Punkonomics Punk looks. And then we got a shock drop on us, man. I did not expect this. WWE Shop Elite Hall of Fame 2011. Shawn Michaels based on WrestleMania 21. This is a gear of Shawn Michaels we've wanted for a very long time in Elite figure form. Now, I know it's kind of just a repaint of multiple Shawn Michaels. The SummerSlam Elite, the Ruthless Aggression Elite, multiple other elites, right? The Elite 100, or the basic 100 head sculpt being reused. I'd like to see some new head sculpts, but the WrestleMania 21 shirt is fun. You get the Hall of Fame plaque. This is a gear we've wanted forever, and we begged for years for long pants Shawns, and we finally got them, and I think it looks good. The packaging looks good. Fun figure overall, but this is WWE Shop exclusive. I don't know when this is going up. I couldn't tell you, but this figure does look fun. It's a solid one. I'm glad to get another one of Shawn Michaels in here. And I think, they pretty much made all the gears that I would personally want, I think. I think there's a couple missing from the Elite line that I'd like to see. But overall, it's a pretty good figure. Pretty good figure, even though it's just a repaint. But let's move on to the Saturday night main event line. This line is probably one of my favorite things they've shown for a few different reasons. Now, I do love the packaging on this. I think this is what really stands out, man. Getting that flashback sort of retro card or blister card here with the logos and the bright colors looks so good, man. These are going to look so good mint on card, and they already do. I'm saying, like, on the shelf, seeing these, you get Hulk Hogan, who's a run-of-the-mill. You just have him in a Saturday Night's Main Event shirt. People are going to buy this just for Hulk Hogan with that packaging, everything wrapped together in a uniform. They're going to love this, man. Mid-on-card collectors are going to love this. I could see people collecting this line fully, maybe even just the legends in here, but Series 1 is going to consist of Hulk Hogan. We also have a look at Hillbilly Jim returning to the line. Very excited to get this, man. This is one we've had on our wants list, on our return list for a very long time. Love the Hillbilly Jim. I think this is fantastic. The overalls look great. This is a figure that, we got this full Series 1 kind of tease that WWE revealed, or Mattel Creations revealed, as little blurry, it's like it popped up on screen real quick. We kind of covered it, but man, this Hillbilly Jim looks really good, man. It looks great up mid on card. It looks good loose. Really strong looking contender here. I love this Hillbilly Jim. Excited to get him in hand. But I do like that figure. We also have the CM Punk here, which is a repaint of the Top Picks Elite, but he finally has his leg tattoos. We do know that Top Picks Elite does pose well. This one actually includes all the tattoos on the hand. Not my favorite gear for Punk, but getting the leg tattoos, we know it's going to pose well. It's got that new modern formula. Good-looking head sculpt. It's a good figure. It's a good figure. It looks great mid on card. It comes with the event chair from Saturday Night's Main Event, which is also really cool. So, man, they did a lot of great things here, man. I like this. I think this is solid. Punk fans should be excited to get this one. And I love the event chairs, man. I wish they would include more of those. I feel like that could be its own line if they wanted to. But we also have a look at Jey Uso, who was kind of an MVP of all these figures, man, that were revealed at WrestleMania. He had so many figures. They all looked really good. The pink, blue, and black looks very clean. You get the pink Yeet glasses. Got the white sleeve in there. Solid Jey Uso. It is a repaint of many other Jey Usos, the Defining Moments, and Elite 124, and all these different Jey Usos. But, man, they have knocked it out here, man. Again, mint on card looks great. Figure looks great. It would have been cool, I think, if they included a Build-A-Figure in this set, but I'll take it. I think that overall it looks good, and this entire set 1 looks very good. I'm excited for it, man. I think mint on card, though. I did not expect this packaging. That was really, really sweet. But then we have Series 2. And in Series 2, we have a look at a promo attire Cody Rhodes that we did not expect here. So he is going to come with a jacket. I think they did say that they're going to readjust this jacket, or that they were going to make it fit the figure better, so I do like that. But the white jacket, promo Cody, is sick. He also doesn't have the tattoo on the face, which is huge. And I have been waiting on promo attires forever for different characters. You know, we've talked about Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes or other characters. You know, we get Cody Rhodes in suit, but getting a casual Cody, I think, is also really sweet. And again, this is Saturday night's main event, Elite Series Wave 2. These are going to be exclusive to Walmart. And I like this, man. I like that they're changing it up. It's not just another run-of-the-mill Cody, and this figure is going to pose well. They're utilizing that, you know, those CM Punk legs, so I think that's really big, and you can tell when it's shirtless that it's going to have the tights crushed, so it looks like he's wearing joggers or something like that instead of jeans, which I think is huge. He's going to come with a watch. I like this, man. I think this is sweet. I think this is from when he was feuding with John Cena going into SummerSlam, if I'm not mistaken, but very good-looking Cody. I like the American Nightmare on the back. Just a sweet figure. And then we also have Junkyard Dog getting a re-release. I think that original figure was Elite 31 or 33. And Junkyard Dog, man, I remember when that figure used to show for him, but this one should be great. Again, man, getting these characters on these cards, he comes with the collar, he's got the white gear. This is a sweet figure getting re-released. I'm sure he'll probably get a retro re-released as well, so that's a whole nother thing. I recently just sold mine, I'm pretty sure, as well, so this is crazy. He'll probably get a re-release of some kind. Probably going to pose well, too. He's not pinless or anything. Solid-looking Junkyard Dog. We also have Ultimate Warrior. A lot of people excited for this Ultimate Warrior. I saw some people complain about the head sculpt. I think that this is still solid, and there may be a figure out there you can head swap it with to make it still look good, but I like this. Intercontinental Championship gear looks great, and the modern formula they've been using for Ultimate Warrior and everything has been really solid. So I know this is a gear people have wanted in elite figure form, so I know that's going to be great. And then in Series 2, we wrap it up with Braun Breaker. Now, one thing we touched on is, you know, it's weird that these figures don't really have a lot of uniformity between them, or, you know, because in the last time we saw Braun Breaker, he had that really unique spray tan look with the zebra, and now we're getting this figure again, and the skin tone is back to what it was before. So I don't know. There's kind of like two different things there. Maybe he wasn't doing the tan here, or maybe he was. I don't know. It's just weird how we're getting that, but you do get the Intercontinental Championship. It's just, I don't know. There's some different things there. The figure looks good. It's just, you know, you can't really swap these head sculpts back and forth. We don't have an Ultimate with a screaming in a straight face, so you kind of have to choose which Braun you want or custom paint them to really match the rest of your Brauns. And I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing there. I guess it's kind of the same thing we saw with Hulk Hogan and stuff, but that is your Saturday night's main event, Walmart exclusive Elite Set Series number 2, but we are moving on to the next set of figures, which is going to be the Defining Moments. Now, we did get a look at New Jack. Saw some people kind of dunking on this figure, dunking on the head sculpts. I don't hate the head sculpts. I don't hate the figure. I think it looks pretty good for the most part. You get that fringe shirt with New Jack, all black. He comes with some cool accessories. You're getting the staple gun. You're getting the bandana. You get the bloody head sculpt. You get the kendo stick, the trash can. It's fun, man. There's some cool stuff here. I can see people really excited for this. The figure looks pretty good. You know, we don't know what it looks like without the shirt on there, but I think it is going to utilize that Road Dogg torso, I think, with kind of the t-shirt mold. I don't know entirely, but I mean, for the most part, it looks good, man. I think, at least. You can let me know if I'm wrong. It looks like they're using the Sami Zayn crotch and legs, so his boots do look a little long there, but I think it's fine. I think this looks like New Jack to me. Again, I'm not some New Jack connoisseur, though, so you can let me know if this works for you or not. I think it looks solid, though. At least on paper, we have some good stuff here. And then we also have a look at Naomi coming in the Defining Moments line. Kind of a crazy one, man. Did not expect Naomi in the Defining Moments line, ringside exclusive, but it does have a lot of cool things. Brand new head sculpt, formula looks good. She's got, you know, her gear hanging off here. She has this really cool translucent or transparent jacket in the green. Looks kind of like a, you know, like a rain jacket, but it's fluorescent green. Very cool. Kick pads look good. Naomi actually has a really strong track record when it comes to her figure, so this one will probably fit right in with the rest of your Naomis because this figure looks so good. But I didn't expect to see Naomi in this line. I don't know. Let me know what you guys are thinking on Naomi. She looks really good on paper, though. But we also have 2 entries, man, into the Defining Moments line, and Uncle Howdy is released now, but I think this figure is too far gone. I think this figure is going to release. I didn't really plug any images, but the You Can't See Me John Cena is getting re-released in Ringside Collectibles. The Defining Moments line, man, I mean, I get it. This is probably to get men on card collectors, I guess, but seeing this figure re-released doesn't shock me. I guess it just kind of shocks me in the Defining Moments line, but at the same time, it really doesn't because it's to move units, and this figure sold like hotcakes. I feel like a lot of people bought this, that don't even collect. So I guess it's one of those things. But I think they put this in the Defining Moments line because it's, they wanted it in that packaging, and I guess that makes sense. It's just, I don't know, is that a defining moment? It's just like it's just kind of a meme figure or a joke figure, but at the same time, it works. But then Uncle Howdy's also in this set, and he got re-released, or he got released and re-released, so it's kind of a weird deal there, which totally sucks, but we do have the Survivor Series Elite starting out first with Jey Uso. Another repaint here. You're getting the black and red. Very good-looking figure. You get the red Yeet glasses at least. And this figure looks good, man. Again, you're getting that Saturday Night's Main Event figure re-released. Pretty much, it's just repainted. They continue to do this. I would have liked to seen all these vests, not done in rubber, but done in that Elite 111 Ricochet mold. The same one we got on his Ultimate Edition Series 26, where it's the Velcro and it comes off. I think that would work better in the shine rather than the rubber. But I digress. It's still a good-looking figure, a solid-looking figure. He's got all his tattoos on there and stuff. And then we also have a look at snakeskin pants Undertaker, which is one that we've been wanting forever. I do not like this head sculpt. This is a head sculpt that they continue to use for Undertaker. I do not like it. I don't like it. This is a head sculpt for Undertaker I hate, but I do like that we're finally getting this look for Taker in the Elite line. This is a look for Taker that people have fantasy booked, wanted on their list for a very long time. Finally getting it in there. Got the trench coat. He's got the bandana, sunglasses. You could easily head swap it. It's just not my favorite, man. I think that there are better Undertaker head sculpts, or I'd like to see something new, honestly, but I'm actually shocked they didn't use the Monday Night Wars head sculpt, but I guess so you can have a pre- and post-match or during the match, but the snakeskin pants do look sick, and I'm excited to get this figure in here to kind of break up all that darkness on the Undertaker shelf, but I do like that figure. We also have Randy Orton here. This is a re-release of his Evolution 3-pack, and they just repainted it. And this gear, this is one of his gears that one of the only times he ever changed his gear in his career. But, it works. Head sculpt, it's got that goofy kind of smiling head. I know a lot of people do not like this head sculpt. I don't hate it, and I also love this version of Randy Orton, this era of Randy Orton, so I do like the figure. It will pose well. Again, you can head swap it, so that does work. Not my favorite, but at least it is a little bit different than other Randy Ortons that we've gotten. You're kind of getting, a throwback Randy Orton here, which is nice. So, not my favorite pick ever. It is different gear, though, so I guess we can accept it for now. And I think it's solid. It's solid, and at least they knocked off one of those gears that we didn't think we'd ever see in Elite figure form. So Randy Orton looks good here. And then we also have a look at Booker T, another really solid figure. I don't like that they're using these boots. This is the Cody Rhodes boots mold. The only thing I can think of that'd be cool is to take some Cody Rhodes Elites maybe, and then take these boots and acetone the black and logos off so you have black and red boots, and then you can put those on Jacob Fatu. You can put those on Cody Rhodes because they kind of share the same boot mold. I just hate the clown feet boot mold, but the red gear looks sick as hell. Great looking Booker T. I do also love every other Booker T we've gotten on this body mold. Not the boots, though. I do wish they didn't give him these boots, but I'll take it. I think that it's solid overall. I like it. And I think the boots don't bother me on certain characters. The feet are definitely too big. Don't get me wrong. They're definitely too big, but I think they bother me on other characters compared to others, depending on who it is and how the body frame works and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's an optical illusion depending on who the character is and what it looks like. But I'm excited to get 5-time right here with Booker T. I like the gear and everything, and I feel like it's been a while since we've gotten a Booker T, maybe since that SmackDown 4-pack. So I'm excited to get it here, at least, around this era. But let's move on to the Build-A-Figure, man. Michael Cole finally returns to the Elite line, man. It has been so long. It's been forever. It's been forever since we got Michael Cole in a Build-A-Figure. He's got a different suit. He's got a khaki suit here, which I do like. Head sculpt looks good for the most part. I mean, it is a weird expression, but, it's Michael Cole, man. What do you need? What do you need out of Michael Cole? I think it's fine. I think this figure should be... dude, we've legitimately waited on a Michael Cole figure forever. It has been so long since getting a Michael Cole, so finally getting that update is huge. I'm excited to get this Michael Cole finally. He does come with the headset, he comes with the glasses, which is cool, and maybe you can buy some extras here to get some different Build-A-Figure pieces for suited figures, but getting Michael Cole is huge, man. You can say what you will about it, whatever. I think he deserves a figure, and he's not even my favorite commentator. He's actually... I had a nice debate with somebody the other day about Michael Cole that may be an interesting thing to get into, possibly. Maybe we can get into that on the pod or something. But Michael Cole's figure does look good here. And then we're getting into the Bash at the Beach 3-pack featuring Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. This is a set we have seen on some ringside live streams. We do get to see the full thing. Now, men on card, beautiful looking set. Beautiful looking set. I love all the trash it comes with. This is iconic. Fantastic box set, man. Fantastic box set. I will say, though, the shirt is not right on Hulk Hogan, man. I think the shirt is wrong on this. He does come with two different shirts. He's going to have a fully, completely, together one, and then he has one that's completely ripped or, halfway ripped, which I think is a unique thing there. We've seen that in rubber mold. We've seen some different things, iterations through the years, Velcro, non-Velcro, but this one is a different take, which is kind of ripping in half. These figures look good, man. These are perfect elites of the moment and everything, besides the shirt. The shirt doesn't match, but I love all the trash. I love this is a great box set. This is something that a lot of collectors like and dream of, and this is perfect for a display. I love this. Even though the shirt's not completely accurate, you can let me know what you're thinking there, but damn, this is a good-looking set overall, especially with the packaging. But let's move on to another box set that we have, which is Ruthless Aggression Raw 2005-ish, with this box set here. This is a crazy box set. This is going to be Walmart exclusive. I do like this. You have Cena, you have Hogan, you have Batista. Now, there are some things about this set that do not completely make sense. I do like the details on Cena's shoes. Let's just get into Cena first. He is also going to come with that Chain Gang shirt behind there. If you guys didn't notice, he is coming with the white and black Chain Gang shirt, which is a look for Cena we have not gotten in the Elite line, or at least, we haven't seen that from Mattel with that specific shirt. We've, of course, got plenty of Chain Gang John Cena's. I low-key wish it was the camo shirt logo with the camo hat. Oh, man, that would have been fantastic. I don't think Cena's coming with a hat in this set, which is kind of upsetting, but I will take it. We have plenty of Chain Gang hats. We can make some fix-ups and stuff. I do love that we're getting this. I do love the body mold, too. This is the new Cena torso. He has the black shorts. This figure will pose well compared to other figures, at least, so I'm excited for that. It's kind of a Elite 100 or Cena 3-pack repaint, but I do like that we're getting that Chain Gang shirt in there. And I just kind of wish it was it had the camo hat, or maybe, the Chain Gang logo in camo or whatever. But I do like the Cena, even though I think in this moment he was wearing jorts, not black pants, at least if they're commemorating that moment where they both gave him the titles. But I could be wrong there. And then you do have Hulk Hogan in the middle. This is, he comes with a slew of accessories, man. This is a kind of a repack Hogan, one that we have seen. You got the Hulkamania shirt in red. You are getting that rippable molded piece that we saw in the Ultimate Edition, which is cool. He comes with the boa. He comes with a knee brace. They did pack him full of stuff. And he comes with a couple interchangeable heads. So they gave you a lot with this Hulk Hogan, which kind of matches the era. The weight belt's in there. And then you do have Batista, which they did give him his flag tattoo on his shoulder, which I'm pretty sure he didn't have at the time. And so, I don't know, this is kind of a later Batista that they kind of forced into these ties. It's not completely there. It's not completely one-of-one accurate. But, yeah, I don't think the haircut or the head sculpt's right. I don't think that the tattoos are necessarily right. But I guess it's not the biggest deal ever. It's just something to note. And then, it's kind of like a muted re-release of the Hall of Champions figure, that the animal gear and the kind of maroon with the boots and everything. We'll see how it comes out. But yeah, I'm still hyped for this set. I think the packaging on this set is just incredible, man. I don't know how you'd be upset with this packaging, and I think it kind of smacks you in the face, man. It's going to smack you in the face when you walk down the aisle. I think a lot of people are going to be excited when they see this on shelves. But then we also have a look at the Intercontinental Championship Hall of Champions 4-pack. This is a set we've spent a lot of time on, so I don't want to give you a huge history lesson here, but it does come with Pat Patterson, Honky Tonk Man, CM Punk, Dominic Mysterio. We've seen all these before, kind of got like leaks of them, and we've seen some detailed images. They look really good. All the championships look good. All the figures look good. This is a sick box set. Even men on card, it looks good, but we did get official images because they were on display, which was cool. So this is a cool set, man. I will definitely be buying this, checking it out. I think you get some low-key figures in here that are nice, and you get some cool stuff, man. I like this. I like the box sets with the championships. I think they're 2 for 2 so far, but I'm excited to see if they do a U.S. championship one next year. But the next figure is going to be Shawn Michaels, which is Vega from the Street Fighter Series 4. This figure, it was kind of leaked out there. We talked about it. It looks very good in person, man. They gave him the ultimate boots with the dirt bike boots, so he has the white and black in there, which looks sick. The purple gear, he's got the waist wrap, comes with the mask and the claws. Very, very cool Shawn Michaels, man. I like this a lot. You may be even able to customize this into your own little, I don't know, custom purple attire Shawn Michaels. It looks sick as hell, man. Very cool Vega Shawn Michaels. I thought this figure looked really, really good, and I like the way that it looked on display here. You also have those kind of wrist gauntlets. It's a fun figure, man. I also like that he has kind of that heart, tattoo. The tattoo on his bicep or his shoulder is kind of wrapping down, which I think is sick. This is an underrated figure, underrated Vega Shawn Michaels. And then we do have Mark Henry returning as Balrog here with the boxing gloves. Another figure from Series 4 that we figured was leaked out there. Very cool figure, man. I think the execution's damn near perfect. He has the boxing gloves. You have the light blue gear. He does have, I'm interested to know how well these legs pose, especially with the new factory. Mark Henry's old figures, and there is another Mark Henry Elite that we'll get into, but this figure back in the day couldn't pose for shish. It was very frustrating. His ankles got loose, so I'm excited to see if this figure poses better than the previous ones. But this Mark Henry Street Fighter figure is very fun to look at. I like it. And then we also had a look at Color 2 or Player 2 M. Bison Rock that nobody really had a good image of. I didn't see anybody post any images, but we do have kind of this distant image, and it is a Player 2 variant of M. Bison Rock, which is from Series 1, which looks pretty good in the blue pants, so I'll probably be picking that up. I love all these figures, man. All these Street Fighter figures, I'm not even the biggest Street Fighter fan, but all of these looked so good that it was kind of impossible not to like. I think that they did a fantastic job, and they knocked a lot of these out of the park, and they feel really good in hand, so I want to get on here, talk about these Street Fighter Series 4 figures, but Balrog, Vega, this set has been killing it so far. I can't wait to find Series 3, and I haven't even found all of Series 2 yet, but let's move on to the next set of figures. And up next, we do have the next Monday Night Wars line, which is going to feature Bret Hart, Ultimate Warrior, Lord Steven Regal or William Regal. We have Goldberg, and then it is a Build-A-Figure Rockabilly. So this set is a set that was also leaked out. The Bret Hart, man, my goodness. I think all 4 of these figures look good, except one, which we'll get into. But I do like the utilization of the Mattel Creations Punkonomics Drug-Free Punk. I like the leather jacket Bret Hart here, but if you'll see what they're doing here, man, they are utilizing the lower of that Mattel Creations Punk because he has the skinnier legs. They couldn't do this back in the day because this kind of makes me excited for other characters because, used to, you only had John Cena with these kind of shorts on until now they've finally branched out, done some different sculpts and things. So now they're able to do different characters. It won't shock me if we get Brian Pillman maybe or some other characters in this line because they've now molded this. But the denim on these shorts looks crazy. I think the head sculpt matches pretty well. I like the shoes. This is a fun figure. Another kind of non-wrestling gear really throws you back to the 90s, man. I feel like I'm in the 90s when I look at these figures with all this denim. I think this is so damn sick. Love the Bret Hart. Think he turned out really, really great. We also have Ultimate Warrior. Love the facial expression. He comes with a baseball hat. He's got the Monday Night Raw mic. He comes with the breakaway art piece, which I think is sweet. The gear is also sweet. And this is a wave that we kind of already knew about. It had been teased. It had been leaked out very early on. But seeing them in figure form, they all look good, man. They look really, really good. I like the way Warrior came out. It looks like he's also coming with ultimate boots. This is fun, man. I think this is a strong contender here. I think it looks very good. Again, I know we're getting a lot of the same characters, but at least they're good iterations of those characters. And, going up to William Regal, this is an Elite 45 re-release of William Regal, which is a very underrated figure, but he does have updated double-jointed arms. He is a 2-in-1. He's also going to come with a cloth goods singlet, which is cool if you guys can see in the background of some of these images. So I love that for William Regal. I think this head sculpt's phenomenal. You can put it on some suited characters, kind of get, early 2000s William Regal as well, which I think is fantastic. So I love that for the William Regal. I love this William Regal. I think it's great. It should pose well. It's going to be on ball joints. But the figure I don't like is going to be this Goldberg. And the only reason I don't like this Goldberg is the legs. I don't like these Mankind sweatpant legs. I feel like they make characters way too small and short. I do like the shirt. I like the head sculpt. I think that, we touched on the Ultimate Edition. At least, again, another promo attire. These are things that we've been wanting, man. I love that we're getting promo attires. I just wish they would change out this leg model. I just don't like the Mankind sweatpants. I don't like them on anybody but Mankind. I don't know. Hard to explain. But he comes with a fanny pack, which we did see on the fanny pack WrestleMania Superstore exclusive Rock. And yeah, I mean, this is cool. It's different. You get 2 figures that are in promo gear in this wave, so I think that's pretty cool. And then you put everything together to build the Rockabilly, which is a solid figure. It's different. It's a repaint of his Legends figure. He's got the jacket in there. Billy Gunn, man, has so many damn figures. It's crazy. It's actually crazy how many figures this guy has. If we ranked every character, he'd probably be way higher than you think. If you ranked every, I'm talking about if you accumulated how many figures different talents have, John Cena, Undertaker, Batista, whatever, Triple H, and then you ranked everybody from to the most to the least in terms of count, Billy Gunn would probably be higher on the list than you possibly think. But that whole set looks pretty solid, except for Goldberg. I don't know. I like everything about the Goldberg besides the leg mold. But let's move on to the next Greatest Hits Legends set that we did get a full gallery of. This is the Build-A-Figure Jimmy Hart. We do have a Rocker Shawn Michaels. Have not seen a Rocker Shawn Michaels in a very long time. We got one in the Retro Fest, but this is kind of an OG take on that Legends 2-pack that came with Marty Jannetty. And it looks good, man. The white shirt looks good. The removable bandanas looks like it's going to pose well. It also has cloth good boot covers, which I think is crazy. I hate these knee pads, but I bet this figure poses really well. I'm excited for this figure for a lot of different reasons, man. Finally getting another Rocker Shawn Michaels. This one looks really, really good. We're also getting a black gear, blue face paint, Great Muta. I know people are going to be excited about this, continuing to get Great Muta. I didn't think that we'd see another Great Muta, but we're getting another Ultimate and another Elite, so they did a good job there. And Great Muta has some really strong figures, man. The likeness, the posability on the Elites. There's some really good stuff about Great Muta, but we do have another black gear with blue face paint here for you Muta fans. And then we do have Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart in a gear we have not seen in a very long time. I think people are going to be excited for this. We did get these gears in a battle pack way long ago, maybe 2015, 2016, something like that. We're finally getting a redo of that, but in Elite form, and they look pretty good. I don't like the way that the Bret Hart figures on this formula pose, unfortunately, so I don't think he's going to pose that well. Those legs are very stiff. Say what you will, the pinless legs on certain molds just don't pose well, and I think that's probably what's going to happen on this Bret, but at least aesthetically you are going to get probably what you like there. And the Jim the Anvil looks also pretty good. I think he could get away with bigger arms, but I don't hate it. And then the Build-A-Figure is going to be Jimmy Hart. And this suit looks great. I feel like it's been a minute since we got Jimmy Hart. I think the last time we got him was in that orange suit, which was pretty cool. So any Jimmy Harts, another character that we've seen multiple times over, but I always get a kick out of his figures because they're very toyetic and stuff. So Jimmy Hart looks very good. He's going to come with the mouthpiece. You got to have the mouthpiece there if you are Jimmy Hart, but the sunglasses look good and everything. That's that full wave. And then we also have a look at Legend Series 32, the WWE Elite Legend Series 32, starting out with Yokozuna. And this is a Build-A-Figure Dory Funk wave. This Yokozuna looks pretty good. This is a different take that we haven't seen. They gave him the bigger jacked arms here instead of the, the more or less cut arms. But he does have the red gear, updated head sculpt, giant jacket on there, which is unique for Yokozuna. I feel like there's a lot of Yokozuna figures out there, man. If you really did the rundown, there are a lot of Yokozuna. So, cool to see another Yokozuna out there if you guys haven't gotten him. I think, dude, Mattel has had the license so long, you can really flesh out these year-to-year scenarios, and I think that's really cool. But we also have a look at Hall of Pain Mark Henry finally returning to the line, finally getting a new Mark Henry Elite. Been a long time since we have seen him. His formula is identical. It's just going to be a look of the character that we have not quite seen in some time. You do get the Hall of Pain shirt that is non-Velcro, which I think is huge, but I'm so interested to see how he poses. That is the number one thing that I'm looking forward to, because back in the day, the legs would not move at all, but since the factory switch, he should be on ball joints, so we'll see. I'm holding my breath here. We'll see if everything works out, but I do like the black and yellow. I think that looks damn good, and I'm excited to have Mark Henry back. I'm sure we'll get some more figures of him as we unfold, maybe an Ultimate or something going into Comic-Con. And then we do have the Brian Pillman here with the Four Horsemen attire and shirt, which I think works well. Head sculpt they're reusing from the Monday Night Wars line. This is a really good look of Brian Pillman. I like the use of the Tyler Bate or the Austin Theory torso, which they have used on him a few times. I like this gear. Pretty cool, man. I mean, you kind of have the base for a Chris Benoit, like straight up. If you switched out the head sculpt possibly, you might could play around with a younger looking Chris Benoit maybe. So that'd be maybe something you want to do if you wanted to fill out that shelf. But then you also have Earthquake here, which is the last figure in this set before you build the Dory Funk. Solid Earthquake. We've gotten a lot of Sharks and Earthquakes over the years. Massive legs on this guy. It is interesting, if you don't have an Earthquake or what have you. So, you can let me know what you think about Earthquake. He'll probably show form a little bit here. I just feel like we've gotten a lot of Earthquakes, or maybe I'm tripping. I don't know, But then we also have the Dory Funk Build-A-Figure, which looks really classic. I love the way the boots look. I love the way the build is. I'm excited because we're getting a wrestling gear, character with a Build-A-Figure, which has me excited for the future because of other things. He's also not pinless, so I know he's going to pose well. I bet he moves insanely well. And this is a new torso. So you're getting that. You get the cowboy hat. Fun figure, man. I like this. I like this a lot. Something that you don't necessarily need, but I dig it, man. I also think somebody's pointed out that this figure had some nipples on it. I don't know. I couldn't really tell off rip. Maybe this does have nipples on it. Does it have nipples on it? I don't know, but, maybe this could work for some different characters. Maybe a perfect basis for, somebody that you'd like to make if you don't want Dory Funk. So, I don't know. It's kind of a blank canvas, if you will. But there is that full Legend Series 32. We also have a look at, I think this is Legend Series 33. You're going to get the Steiner brothers, and then you're also getting the Tonga Kid, which is cool. These figures, we didn't get a ton of information because there was no renders. So, I think this is Legend Series 33. And so, you are getting Rick and Scott Steiner. I think Rick is going to have the talking hand painted on there, which is unique. You can kind of tell by the pose. He also comes with a TV title. And then, that figure looks really, really good, man. I like how they're utilizing those Ultimate boots. And then Scott is going to come with the NWA Tag Team Championships. And his figure looks good, too. Those Ultimates, though, were really, really strong. So getting Elites here, I'm guessing they're going to be in the numbers gear, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I guess that's just the Braun Breaker, mold. So maybe they're going to change up the gear. I don't know what gear they're going to go with. So we'll see how that unfolds. But Tonga Kid also looks really good. Pretty cool to get him in the line there. Head sculpt looks solid. He comes with some cool stuff. I'm interested to know if he comes with anything else. We'll see. But that is Legend Series 33 in terms of Elites. And then we also have a look at From the Vault Series 9, man, which we talked about the other day, man. I talked about this set, and I do not like this set, man. I don't like this set. I talked about this literally the other day in a full 12-minute video. I talked about the From the Vault line and how I think things have severely cooled off. I just don't like this set, man. You have a first time in the line, AJ Lee, which is fine. It's kind of a rush job, so that's why it's not going to be the best. It's an old head sculpt with true effects. It's got double jointed arms instead of the regular single jointed. They did give her double jointed knees. She does still have the basic boots. I think that it still works because, they're trying to get AJ Lee in the line as fast as possible. So take that unreleased figure and re-release it in this here. Update it a little bit. Give it the Divas Championship. I understand it. So I'm fine with AJ Lee being here. It's just, it kind of speaks to the line as a whole in terms of, just different things, I guess. But I think it's solid. It's cool that they're doing that unreleased figure. But the rest of this set I just don't like, man. The John Cena makes no sense to me. This figure is currently on clearance at a lot of Walmarts. It's got the US spinner. It also comes with the modern WWE US Championship, which from that 3-pack, it would have been cool if they edited it to make it the scratch logo. Also, no sculpted bands here. They just took a figure that was not very good to begin with in terms of the 3-pack, and if you were going to re-release it, they could have upgraded it with removable sweatbands, done some different things here, and I know it's supposed to be kind of a one-of-one re-release, but we have seen them kind of tweak some figures in the From the Vault line to make them better or sweeten the deal, and I just don't think they did this here. I don't like this figure, man. I don't like this figure. I think that this is a miss in this line. I also don't like that they're including the Monday Night Wars Chase DDP here. I don't know. They're putting these chases in these From the Vault waves, which I guess is fine. It's just this set I felt like was just out there. So this just isn't From the Vault. I just don't see From the Vault here. This is a 2024 release. Cena is a 2025 release, and then Shawn Michaels, the last figure in this set, is also a 2024 release, but that's the second time that we've seen that figure before, or the third time, I'm sorry, because originally it was the Flashback Walmart exclusive, and that figure probably needed a re-release, so they put it in that Amazon 2-pack with Razor, and now we're getting that figure redone again, so I don't know, man. It's just I just feel about this. I don't like this set. I don't like Series 8. I don't like Series 9, so I hope in Series 10 we can get some better selection at least. I just feel like we're getting, like From the Vault, these should not be in the vault yet. You know what I mean? I felt like they came out so hot, but we go into detail on all of that in our video from the other day. So if you guys want to see that, you can go check that out. But I think that is every single Elite that we saw on display at WWE World for WrestleMania 2 reveals, man. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this. Very long video, man, so if you stayed to this point, you're the GOAT. You can leave me a champ is here comment down in the comment section below. Comment champ is here. Leave me a like, man. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so very much. But 70+ WWE Elite shown. And I don't know. I'd love to know where you stand here. I think that having no renders is just crazy. Not having any renders, I'm hoping at Comic-Con they pop off and we get a really good send-off. I thought last year's Comic-Con reveal was very strong, so maybe they'll run it back and do the same thing at Comic-Con this year, but that is 3 months away. We're like 3+ months away from that, and I'm kind of glad, man. So that's pretty good. I'm excited to see what comes of it as we unfold, but let me know what you think of every WWE Elite revealed at WWE World for WrestleMania, but I'm getting the hell out, man. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you guys missed episode 3 of the My Damn Creators podcast, go check that out as well. I greatly appreciate it, man. Thank you guys so very much for the support. You guys are incredible. Have a blessed one, and I will catch you guys later.